Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today I have a very cursed idea, which may or may not pay off. We'll have to see. However, we're going to be going into the Warrens today, where one, we might run into the thing from the stars, which, if the idea works, this is going to be so wonderful. Oh, so wonderful. And we might also run into the Raiju minions, which will be, to a lesser extent, pretty good. So, the party today is going to be our new Tempest, Takesis, who I'm gonna be running a little bit differently. She's not gonna be our main healer, but I will have Shock Coma on her as the emergency heal, which will give 17 heal and 2 blocks, just, as an emergency. Otherwise, I have Phaser, and I'm gonna be mainly using High Voltage, which will also bypass her post if we run into anything in there. So Phaser will give me a free movement to kind of minimal damage and debuff their speed, crit, and give her the free move action. High Voltage, bypassing her post, doing extra damage on crit, and usually would have her lose 5 HP if her HP is above 25. However, we have the Surge Protector trinket on her, so the recoil inflicted is none. I also have Overcharge, which refreshes all skill uses, clears stuns, ups the damage on the next attack on whoever I use it on by 95%, and they would lose 5 HP, and then Overcharge makes them take plus 60% taken for the next battle, for the entire battle. The recoil damage on that is negated by 60%. So all in all, that's pretty good setup. I think she's going to be a damager that can also buff people. And we also have the phase space diagram, which minuses her dodge by 7, bringing it down to 23, but it's going to up her move chance, debuff chance by 20%, and give her a 15% scouting chance. Then we have Bear Stun being a bonky boy with Crush. That's basically what he's going to do. Brush and Retribution, these other skills are just kind of there. A Retribution giving him the riposte, of course. And then we have the Great Thunder that I got from the Marcus family when I fought them the last time. So he's going to have plus 30% stun chance if he is in position 2. His melee skills will do plus 20% damage. He's going to have less accuracy on those though. And on melee hit, you'll have any melee hit, so that's also Retribution. He'll have 110% stun chance, which goes up to 140 if he is in position 2, which he is. And then we're going to have Issues Fortification on him, so he gets 15% protection, 50% damage reflected, plus 25% more damage while he is marked, which if he is ever hit, he will be marked, and that kind of negates any dodge he has as well with that debuff. We then have Oliver again, which is where these shenanigans really begin. I'm not sure this is going to work, but we're gonna try. So Oliver is going to have a light, of course, being one of the 2 main attacks I use. Damage modifier minus 15%, giving us a torch plus 7, and debuffing the target for minus 17 accuracy. Then the second attack I'm mainly going to be using is Nosferatu. So his main attack is going to be a light, hitting rows 2, 3, and 4. A little bit of a minus damage modifier on that, minus 15%, but 8 crit modifier, and having a torch plus 7 every time I attack, and minusing the target's accuracy by 17 if on hit. Then for his second attack that I'm going to be using, Nosferatu bypasses riposte, minuses torch by 12, and has a 65% lifesteal, with no damage modifier on that. Then Protector of Beauty, guards a target, gives himself a riposte, clears stun. It's nice. And then he's our healer. We have Matrona on him. Nice little heal. Heals himself with a regain. If he's guarding someone, that ups the regain he gets and heals the other person. Now when the shenanigans start. So we're going to have the Grimoire on him. He gets minus 33% max HP and gets less healing received by 13%. It also gives him 13% more damage, 13 crit, and 13% more stress. And on attack hit, which is a light and Nosferatu, he has a chance to gain an extra action. That's a 4% chance, and that can happen turn after turn after turn. So if he gains an extra action by using L Light, he has a 4% chance after that to gain another action if he uses L Light or Nosferatu. The record for me getting that is 4 turns in a row, or 4 extra actions rather. I don't know how often that's going to proc because it is only a 4% chance, and a 4% chance off of a 4% chance is very minimal. However, I got this little beauty, Ancestor's Lucky Gold Frog. He's going to have minus 10% damage, minus 10% of everything. So stun chance, bleed chance, plate chance, debuff chance, and movement chance. And gain 10% more stress. However, if you read it on attack hit, gain combat action, 10% chance. So I'm not sure if these stack together, making that a 14% chance, or if one's I have a 10% chance and a 4% chance and they're separate from each other. I don't know how that works. I don't know if this breaks the game at all. I just know I have a 10% chance and a 4% chance to essentially get the same thing. So that makes that 4% chance chance on 4%, chance on 4%, chance for, 3 actions in a row with this guy. A lot easier if it actually works. So we're gonna see how many actions he can actually get in a row. Like I said, this episode is gonna be really, really cheesy and really, really stupid, but if it works, that thing from the stars might not be too much of a challenge. If it does nothing, well, Oliver just has at least one very useless trinket slot. And then finally we have Robin, our new Bowman. So he's going to be changing mainly to bleeding arrows. I might change that back to piercing arrows based on the boss. Then we have piercing arrow as our main attack that we're going to be using to clear the riffraff, just because it hits everything essentially. Going to be using that on bleeding arrow, so it's going to bleed at 2 for 3. Then finishing things off with either vital snipe or the kill. We have Splinterwood Shaft on him, so he does plus bleed amount and has plus bleed chance, or a trade-off of minus crit. And then we have the Moon Oil Bowstring on him. So on hit, other enemies other than the thing he hit will have a plus 20% bleed and blight amount received, and on kill, other enemies will get 1 bleed and blight amount for 3 rounds. It's a really nice combo there. So with that being said, I wanted to level these 2 up, and then I just realized this was a short, and I could go into a long or a medium, but then it wouldn't level these areas up. So yeah, we'll still go into the short. So we'll take some food, some shovels, bandages, keys, of course torches, actually a few more torches, and I'm gonna bring the Kraken ribbons. Actually, come to think of it, I really wanted to level people up. I think I can afford to do this. So instead of bringing the Splinterwood, I want the Splinterwood Shaft. So instead of the Moon Oil Bowstring here, I'm gonna bring the Ancestor's Portrait. At the end of the run, if I remember to, I will take the Ancestor's Portrait off of Robin and put it on Oliver so he levels up. If I remember to do that, because I've forgotten every single time. But other than that, I actually don't think we need ribbons. So supply-wise, let's bring some medicinal herbs as well. And I think that'll be that.
They breed quickly.
So I'm very interested to see how this setup works on Oliver. Or, I mean, it could be anyone, but I'm very interested to see how it works out. Just because of shenanigans.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Can I use this? No, that would get me something bad. Oh, this is a fight. Okay, so high voltage, Lich. I don't think you can flay a Lich alive there, but okay. Switch to... Yeah, we can switch to bleeding. And then we'll vital snipe the Rotgut just because we're not gonna bleed the Lich. And then we're gonna Retribution just for the riposte. Can't believe we stunned him again. And then let's see if this works out. Light. Accuracy down.
As the light gains
No
purchase,
extra action.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
But he did miss. High voltage. And then we will vital snipe again. He just sighs. We will crush the Rotgut, stunning him if I can. Then a light. Liquid action. That looked lovely. They have extra blight chance and amount and stun resistance. Okay. Oh yay, we're marked. Kaboom! The kill.
Monstrous
Lich down.
There's no intrinsic merit.
Let there be light.
Nor would exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I keep hoping for that extra action. I know it's only like a 14% chance at most, but I keep hoping for it.
Perhaps the turning point.
Oh, I think that was the stress one. Alright, moving on along. That was fun. That was big. Bigger. Going up. Why are there so many Rotgut giants all of a sudden? I hadn't seen them in... how many episodes? 130? Then suddenly...
Precision and
they're all here. I'm actually gonna piercing arrow so I can hit the myth as well, bleeding him. He'll go down before he gets a chance to do anything. Retribution him. And light. Oh, we didn't debuff him. That hurt a bit.
blow.
And he's regenning for 3. Zap. Light.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Vital Snake. And Crush. Oh, he resisted. And that's healing received down. Okay, I can deal. The kill.
Their cursed champion falls. These
Where's Bad Quirk?
creatures can be felled.
Phobia, Ladonna, Penchant, Hyromania. Hyromania would be good to get rid of, so let's do that. I mean, it's not what I wanted, but it's something. Oh, we can search the corpse, get the money, and there's another fight. Okay, Bullfrog and Worms.
Paid for in blood.
Well. Let's get one down, maybe. There we go.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Let's do... Piercing Arrow would get the bleed on the Bullfrog at least.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I was hoping that would take him out. So then I was thinking, can he actually eat the corpses? I think he can. I'm going to take it out just in case. I seem to remember something about the Gluttonous Bullfrog, or any of the Bullfrogs, eating the corpses. Well... Overcharge. This may be fun. Just pass. Oh. Well, at least we took 0 damage. We can't high voltage him. Interesting. I always forget that I can't shot coma from this spot too.
A powerful blow.
He's bleeding for 6. He's got 7 health, and he's stunned. Let's just heal.
The will to fight.
As much as I'd love to see him get an extra action, it wouldn't have done much.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Gonna anti-venom this, take what we can, and get rid of the blood, and move on along. See if it can't burn off what I wanted before. Still a nope. Still has, I think it's Hyromania. Some of the DD2 back ports here. Awesome. High voltage, the Firemouth. No stun. Piercing arrow, let's bleed him.
Great
One
is the
down.
weapon that cuts on its own.
Retribution. At least we got the riposte and the mark. And a light.
The match is struck.
Shame.
A blazing star is born.
Shock. And we can do the kill here.
Obliterated.
I think that's a little overkill. And Nosferatu for the heal. And bonk.
The bigger the beast, the
A
greater.
little overkill there again. Take what we can. I'm going to use the food so we have the space for the emerald.
And insidious.
And we're going to open the strong box. I am going to keep going. Because, I mean, there's not much left. Bearstun can disarm this just to get stress down. Then I'll go into this.
Finding the stuff is only the first step.
Gonna heal up.
Now it must be carried home.
Taking what we can. Gonna leave that. And then I'm gonna go get these. Another Lich. Alright, so we're gonna switch here because I can't bleed either of them. Probably not gonna blight either, but I can switch to blighting arrows just for the Spinal Devourer. And we're gonna vital snipe him. That's healing received, healing HP below, plus accuracy, plus damage. Okay. High voltage. Retribution to stun Lich. Nope. And finally, let there be light.
The ground quakes.
We got the action. Getting the Aegis off? Aww. At least we got the one extra action. I would have loved to see it snowball, but... You know what? Overcharge. Just for funsies. Then we're gonna do the kill on the Devourer. Surprised that actually didn't take him out. At least the Blight did.
Inches.
And then we'll see what we can do to the Lich. Vital Snipe. He's stunned, so he's not going to do anything. Surprised that his stun resistance went back down to 70%.
A decisive pummeling.
And healing up off of it.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
And we'll take these just cuz. We got enough food, yeah? Then pack contains loot. Take that money. And, well, that's that.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
That was a quick and easy one. You know what I forgot to do? The portrait. At least Robin got some good experience. Oliver did hit level 3, so that's good. Bearston's almost level 5. We got Mania and NUI though, so both of them need to go into stress relief. Or not stress relief, the sanitarium. I was gonna put Bearston in stress relief as well.
Once our estate
So,
was the envy
because
of
these guys just got out of the sanitarium, then Bearston here, okay. Let's do this. And then Takesis and... Well, she has Ladonna pension too, that's not great. She's gonna be out of commission for a while. I want to make sure I get rid of Hyromania. But then we'll get rid of Mania. Check the stagecoach. So I just lost my Dreamer the other episode. This is a plus. I'm actually going to double check. So that's not a bad quirk to have as a negative, and then I don't really care about any of those positives. Compared to Love Interest, which I would have to tear off of her, and then Martyr, which actually isn't bad for her. And then she has Evasive, which doesn't really matter because she doesn't get a good dodge. Then Gift of the Horned Rat, which is actually really good. So if I put a bit of work into her, I like Gift of the Horned Rat. Let's do that. We'll take this one, which I can't pronounce the name of. And then I feel like I am missing more here. We have Tardif. We have Al. Not missing anyone else there because Arsonist is here, yeah? Okay, I know I'm blind. Let me do a triple take here. Because there's Axel. Did I lose my Arsonist? No, Arsonist is right there. He's just level 4. And then I know I have the Bombard. I just passed him up. And then it's Al. And I already checked the Bounty Hunter. Al's right there. Yeah. Okay, then Nomad Wagon, her kindness. I see a use for it, it's just that totally disables her other mode, so I have to be very careful about how I use it, which I don't entirely like, but the increased riposte duration is nice. Better guard duration is nice, so that can be really handy. So let's go with it, I suppose. I see the use for it, and then if I want a veteran, I can't level any area up, okay, and I can't do a apprentice right now. It might be nice to get more shards just to get more of the Color of Madness stuff. So with that being said, so just because we're still leveling people up and I need a few shards, we're going to be going into the farmstead. So we're going to be using Amani, same trick we used last time, so we're just going to be mainly using Impale, moving her back from row 1 to row 2, then Pierce to move back from row 2 to 1 if Musashi doesn't move back by himself. And then we also have Expose to de-stealth anyone that is there if I need to. And then on top of having Impale already do a Blight to all 4 targets, we have the Poison Skull. So on any attack, Blight 1 for 3 rounds, then doing plus crit versus Blighted, plus damage versus Blighted, then doing Vile Branch. So on attack hit, Blight 2 for 3 rounds, so I should be doing a grand total of 4 Blight on everything I hit, which will be nice as a start, as Amani should be one of my fastest people. Person that's also tied for 8 speed is Morgan, the Gunwitch, who will right away be either putting Right of the Third Eye on Amani or Musashi here, which will make them have 100 accuracy so they don't miss, stealth, bypass guard, then on any non-lethal attack, deal 5 damage to every single enemy. Then after that, she'll be going straight into Broomstick, just hitting any enemy she can, doing pretty good damage. Then on a crit, will deal 5 extra damage to all enemies. And then Bulletcraft to get silver bullets to get 100% crit on her next Broomstick attack, or with Impale, does 100% crit on this. We also then have the Ancestor's Portrait, if I remember to put it over to Oliver to level up faster, and Strange Powder, so Bulletcraft will heal for 12% of health. Also plus Monster Surprise Chance, which kind of helps with the whole speed thing. We then have Musashi, the Wanderer, who we actually haven't used in a very long time. I don't remember the last time I used him. He's going to have 6 Demon Banishment, so when Amani uses Impale, putting her from row 1 to row 2. 6 Demon Banishment will move him back from row 1 to row 2, kind of completing that whole process. It's a huge damaging move with armor piercing and knockback, and non-monster kill will heal him. We then have Flowing Water Cut to bypass guard, do huge damage and crit if anything is below 50% health. It also has armor piercing, and on monster kill once again will heal for 10% of his max HP. I then have 10,000 thousandfold stance, which is something to say, which gives him plus speed, plus accuracy, and a riposte. And if I really need something down, I can use the Forbidden Technique, which will put him immediately down to Death's Door, but guarantees the next hit will be a critical hit with plus 45% damage, and then gives him plus 9% damage for the rest of the quest. We then have the Iron Thunder on him, so plus 15% damage on all of his skills, plus 3% crit, and then on melee hit, he will debuff the target for plus 6% crits received. And then we also have the Bloodstained Saya, which is his Crimson Court trinket, so he gets plus 10 dodge. On monster kill, he'll buff himself for plus 4 dodge for the entire quest, which is huge. That stacks tremendously. And on monster kill, he will debuff himself so he takes 4% more damage for the entire quest once again. So it's kind of that trade-off of if he gets hit, he's going to get hit that much harder, and on crit he will bleed himself 1 for 3 rounds. And finally, Oliver still has the same thing as earlier. I really want to see if I can snowball this with the whole 14% extra action thing. We're going to go for it. So let's bring some extra food. Shovels. Ladonum gets me the extra shards, so I'm going to take as many of those as I can. A few keys to get into things, medicinal herbs, and antivenom. And Kraken ribbons to level up, and we'll go. Alright. So we just have to explore 90% of rooms, which isn't too bad considering the hallways are pretty much null. Alright. Very hard to see these traps, so it was kind of just inching forward knowing it was there. No one was very good with traps either.
The trap maker's art.
I forgot. Oh, I do have the medicinal herbs. Traps are bad here if you miss them. Plus random attack chance. We're getting rid of that. So this is just Curio. I'm going to use this so we get these shards. And we're going to go to the left and just kind of snake around. And she has the best chance. A treasure room. And let's see how this works. So, AoE, blighting everyone if I can. Got 1 resist. Well, more than one, I guess. There was multiple tries to proc that. I can't hit the person that's in row 1 because he's stealth, so I'm just gonna up the riposte there. I can't use Protector of Beauty because of the Petrified Mater. However, I do not like the Changeling. No extra action. Right of the Third Eye on Amani. Kinda surprised she went last. I think she has a thing on her that I didn't take note of.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
And no damage back because that wasn't a damaging attack. We are going to hit the Changeling again. And a light. We are going to pierce, hitting, and we'll go for the Mater. There we go.
Press disadvantage.
Now Blight takes him out.
Quarter.
Flowing Water Cut on the non-petrified, that takes him out.
A death by inches.
then we'll just do that.
Foolish horrors.
Take the bandage. I'm gonna leave the heirlooms. I don't really care about them. Then slow draw is kind of what's screwing us up there. But I also want to get rid of Plutomania, and this can do either. Slow draw removed. There we go. So bandage here, anti-venom there. Continuing on.
Carelessness.
We need to get rid of that.
In this place.
Hunter's footwear for the forlorn, plus bleed chance minus protection while bleeding, plus move chance. I mean, probably not going to use it, but we'll take it. And that's why I wanted that gun. Thankfully, I mean, we still get the loot. I'm gonna go up and then cover these. And then we can, once again, snake through all that.
Beyond measure.
Take the key. Gonna get rid of the 2 food there for the jade. Pop this, getting more of the comet shards, and just to show you, for those of you wondering if you can get rid of this damage received, no you can't. So you're kind of stuck with that decision. Oh, how I loathe that quirk sometimes. Vines, a mater, and a foreman. Let's blight them. So, impale. Got them all. We are going to right of the third eye. I'm just gonna go on Musashi here so he doesn't miss with the attack I want him to do.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
We're gonna L light. We're gonna hit the foreman.
Inspiration.
No extra action, darn. I know it's like a 4% chance and a 10% chance, but I can still hope.
How quickly?
Okay, that hurts like hell.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, we have bandage for that. Probably use that on Amani instead. Get rid of the holy water first. Flowing water cut onto him. Hoping that wouldn't take him out, so we'll do the ray there and probably take both of these two. This crits, it takes everyone out.
Destroyed. Their formation is broken.
Alright.
Maintain the offensive.
Use the torch for extra crit, or extra accuracy. Taking comet shards, leaving that. Using a bit of food to heal here. Going to the battle. Default party order, before I forget. Egg.
The horror.
Alright, here we go. Right at the third eye, Anamani. Now things will really pick up. Now we inhale. Doesn't kill anyone. This goes off. Egg down. No chicken.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Then let's do 6 demon banishment, Demir, and we can rinse repeat. Let there be light. Actually, no. We're gonna take out the mater.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I can keep hoping. That's 4. We're gonna pop the anti-venom. Then Adderkiss. Got the blights off, or at least one of them. Ray. Then Bulletcraft to heal.
Weakened.
At least no bleed. Flowing water cut. Goes through protection. Extra damage. Hits down.
Falls.
Okay.
The blood quickens.
Take that. Take the ruby. Take the comet. And we have room for the gold. Okay. Leaving the boss. We're going to Firewood. Beast for the health and the stress.
Together. Furtive and vulnerable.
This is where things get a little sticky. We're gonna get rid of these blights and the horror. We're gonna use the anti-venoms here really quick. I do plan on snaking and doing all that, and I will pick up that curio. We're also going to banquet for the eyes, producing the food and upping the healing received. That way I can heal a little bit with food. I'm going to draw the blades. That way he does more, Musashi does more damage. And also he's going to heal more every time he takes out an enemy. Then we're going to up Amani's Blight chance. Admiral Poise. That way Oliver does more damage. It's just 2 raw damage. Yeah. And that leaves us with 3. I'm looking for something that might, like, de-stress. Well, I can do Whispers on the Wind and give plus 10 dodge to the party. I like that. Okay, moving down to the battle. Actually, wait, first. Hopefully this doesn't give me the battle that would have been right there.
Packs
A little extra food, okay.
Are often
Healing with that.
supplies.
Then we'll default party order once I get in this portal. Before I forget again. And then we'll go to this battle. And then we can snake. Cultists. They usually appear here. Impale. They should get blighted. 4, 4, 4, and 4. I'm not gonna bother with Rite of the Third Eye. We're just gonna take out an Enchantress. She goes down to blight.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Mortality
Owie.
clarified in a
No, I got him a bunch of extra dodge and it didn't seem to help out at all. There we go. At least he didn't get stressed. And a light. And once again, no extra action. I am so disappointed that is not working like I want it to. I know it's a low chance, but I was hoping it would have procced more than once.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Using the food, taking the jute tapestry, I'll take the cheese bar. No need to default party order, moving to the right. Last anti-venom, however, food heals. Chickens. Chickens need to go first before the vines, otherwise they will spawn things. They're blighted. Gonna broomstick this one. It's down. a light. I suppose we're taking out the... Yeah, just because of 6 demon banishment. Or... Chicken doesn't leave a corpse. Nosferatu. Just making sure it goes away. Then we're gonna 6 demon banishment. 1 vine left. And Pierce gets down.
And power.
Taking what we can.
As victories
Take the
mount,
plated greaves just
so
because they're
too
worth a little more.
resistance.
Taking what we can again. And let's go. Going up. I think this gives me damage versus husks, yeah, for 1 battle. Which this is. And crystalline mirrors, so that's helpful. Impale. I mean, we got some. Kind of surprised we didn't get the mater. We're gonna Rite of the 3rd Eye here on Musashi just because I will be hitting the crystalline mirror. Which then zap. And then we're gonna hit the Foreman. I can keep hoping for that thing. That lucky frog is not lucky at all. I think that's the heal. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. I mean, less damage on me. We'll hit the Foreman. Think I can just water and then Rite of the 3rd Eye does that. And then I can finish up with Impale. Amani is really carrying this. More than I thought it would. We will take the Serpent's Gland. I'm just not sure what to give up. Jade. And then going to the Curio. Gonna bash that for the stress. Don't mind the background noise, just someone doing snow. We can get rid of the plated greaves for that, and then we can use this to heal up. De-stressing. Gotta get more shards, because it's not like I haven't gotten enough. And then we got one more room that could be a battle room to test Oliver out on. Because I haven't been using these. And I totally forgot about them. Alright, that's that. Well, most of the money was probably the jute tapestry there. 13,000, so we roughly got 20,000 with Quest Forge, another torture mask. once again, I forgot to switch everything to all over, but everyone there hit level 4. Amani got Flawed Release, so minus 5% crit on range skills, which would have been the Impale there. Musashi got Gothic, which plus 5 accuracy if torch below 25. Oliver got Resolution, so he will never drink in town, and got Slugger, so plus 10% damage on melee. Well, I'm slightly disappointed with that setup. It could have procced a lot more, but I suppose that's luck-based things. The stagecoach, there are people here that I am missing, mainly the salamanders, so let's take a quick look here. God-fearing will only pray for stress relief, and meticulous striker. Both of those are kind of whatever. And then over here we have Ansi and Hagiomania for Hippocratic and Roused. I will take the one with Black Works over the one that I have to rip things off of.
An engine of destruction.
And that means I can bring this squad to level up next time. Then I can bring her to the medical ward. And all will be well. I don't even really need to do anything for these guys. I can get Plutomania off. That could actually be good. And let's get Malicious on her, because that's actually kind of good. Then the Nomad Wagon, I see nothing I absolutely need. The Broken Vase could be interesting. Minus 12 HP plus guard duration plus riposte damage, and on monster kill de-stress himself. So I'm going to grab that just as it could be interesting, because Oliver has a lot of ways that you could use him. I know I've been just using Elite and Nosferatu a lot, because I've been kind of wanting to kind of do weird shenanigans, but I might try out a riposte build on him soon. And that might be one of my next things that I take him out doing, I think. But next time I definitely think I am going to take this crowd out, just because leveling shenanigans, just so I can get everyone up and on my roster and then finalize that, and then that'll be that. Because once I kind of get out of Apprentice again, I'm going to stay there, level everyone up to champion from veteran, and once people are dead, I think they're just going to stay dead that last time, because there are some bosses left, but there's not too many bosses left. But the ones that are left are pretty hard, so I'm assuming there are going to be some losses, at least. Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of wandering stuff left in the ruins and the warrens, and some in the Weald too left, so all stuff I'd like to get to, but that'll be upcoming. So that'll be it for this time. Next time, like I said, leveling up some of the lower level people again, just seeing what we can do to get things up and running again. So that'll be it for this time. As always, wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.